Have you ever thought about how doctors can spot heart trouble before you even feel something's wrong? Heart failure sneaks up quietly, with warning signs most people miss until things get serious. But experienced doctors know exactly what to look for, and they can catch these problems early. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or 80s and want to stay healthy and active, understanding these signs could change everything. Today, we're talking about 5 hidden warning signs that doctors watch for when your heart starts to struggle. These aren't dramatic symptoms like sudden chest pain. Instead, they're quiet, everyday changes that might seem like no big deal at first. Learning to spot these signs early could help you get the care you need before things get dangerous. These 5 signs are alarm bells every senior should recognize. Before we dive in, if you're finding this valuable already, go ahead and hit that like button so more seniors can find this video. And I'd love to know, drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from today. So let's dive right in. Sign 1. Swelling in your feet and ankles that won't go away. One of the very first things that tips off a doctor to heart trouble is swelling in your feet, ankles, or lower legs. This is actually one of the earliest and most important signs that your heart isn't pumping blood as well as it should. When your heart struggles to keep blood moving efficiently, fluid collects in the places farthest from your chest, usually your feet and legs. Your socks leave deeper marks than usual. Your shoes feel tight even though they fit fine last week. Your legs feel heavy and tired. Let me tell you about Eugene, a 77-year-old man from Wisconsin. Eugene first noticed something was wrong when he couldn't get his favorite loafers on one morning. At first, he figured he was just retaining water, but over the next couple weeks, the swelling got worse. His ankles looked puffy and he felt more tired than normal. When he mentioned it to his doctor, she knew right away this could be a heart problem. Eugene was shocked. It didn't hurt, and he could still walk around just fine. But that swelling was his body's way of quietly asking for help. Here's what makes this sign so important. The swelling from heart failure doesn't just go away overnight. It sticks around, gets worse as the day goes on, and keeps coming back. And while it might not seem like a big deal at first, ignoring it can lead to real problems. Discomfort, difficulty walking, and even more serious heart damage. The good news, catching this early means your doctor can adjust your medications and prevent things from getting worse. So if you notice new swelling in your legs or feet that doesn't go away, don't rush it off. Call your doctor. It might be the first clue your heart is sending you. Sign 2. Your weight jumps up fast, several pounds in just a days. Here's another warning sign doctors take very seriously. Sudden weight gain over just a few days. I'm talking about gaining 3, 4, or even 5 pounds in less than a week. This isn't from eating too many cookies. This kind of weight gain happens because your body is holding on to fluid, and that happens when your heart can't keep up anymore. Let me introduce you to Doris, an 81-year-old woman from Tennessee. Doris stepped on the scale every single morning. One week she was stunned when the number jumped up by 6 pounds. Her clothes still fit fine and she hadn't changed what she was eating. At first, she thought her scale was broken, but when she told her doctor, he explained that this sudden gain was a red flag. Her heart wasn't moving fluid through her body the way it should. Doctors often ask people with heart concerns to weigh themselves every day and write it down. These quick jumps in weight can be one of the earliest warnings that something's going wrong. Sometimes there are no other symptoms yet. You feel fine. Everything seems okay. But your scale is telling the truth, even when your body feels normal. When you catch fluid buildup early, your doctor can step in quickly, adjust your medications, suggest diet changes, or monitor you more closely. But if you ignore it, though, things can get serious fast. You might develop trouble breathing, severe swelling, or even end up in the hospital. So, here's what I want you to remember. If your weight shoots up by several pounds in just a few days and you can't explain it, don't wait. Pick up the phone and let your doctor know. That simple habit of checking your weight each morning could literally save your life. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, leave a comment below and let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Your support means everything. Now, let's keep going. Sign 3. Trouble breathing, especially when you lie down at night. Shortness of breath is something most of us expect after climbing stairs or working in the yard. But when your heart is struggling, breathlessness shows up in ways you wouldn't expect. And one of the biggest clues doctors look for is when you can't breathe well lying down. This isn't about being out of shape. When you can't catch your breath lying flat in bed, or when you wake up in the middle of the night gasping for air, that's your heart telling you it can't keep up anymore. Let me tell you about Raymond, a 74-year-old man from North Carolina. Raymond had always slept flat on his back with one pillow. But a few months ago, things changed. He started stacking 2 pillows, then 3, then 4, just so he could breathe comfortably. Some nights he'd wake up feeling like he was drowning, and he'd have to sit straight up just to get air. At first, Raymond blamed it on allergies. But his doctor knew better. This pattern is a classic sign that your heart isn't pumping blood and fluid efficiently anymore. What's happening is this: fluid backs up into your lungs. During the day, gravity helps keep some of that fluid down, but when you lie flat at night, it spreads out and makes breathing much harder. Some people end up sleeping in a recliner all night just to get through. Others notice they get winded doing simple things like getting dressed or walking to the bathroom. Doctors don't take this lightly, especially when it's a new problem or getting worse. Here's the bottom line. If you're reaching for extra pillows, waking up short of breath, or feeling winded by everyday tasks that used to be no problem, listen to your body. Don't ignore it. Ignoring breathlessness can lead to dangerous fluid buildup in your lungs, lower oxygen levels, and a real risk of ending up in the hospital. But catching it early gives your doctor the chance to help you, adjust your treatment, suggest changes, and keep you healthy. So remember, breathlessness that's out of proportion to what you're doing, especially if it wakes you up at night, is not normal. It's your heart asking for help. And the sooner you pay attention, the better. Sign 4. Exhaustion that just won't go away even after rest. Here's another warning sign that catches a lot of people by surprise. Sudden, crushing fatigue that won't go away no matter how much you rest. I'm not talking about feeling tired after a busy day. This is a deep, overwhelming exhaustion that makes even simple tasks feel impossible. You might find yourself running out of energy doing things that used to be easy. Folding laundry, walking to the mailbox, cooking a meal. These everyday activities suddenly leave you feeling drained and weak. And here's the kicker. A good night's sleep doesn't fix it. You wake up tired.
You stay tired all day. Let me share the story of Marjorie, an 83-year-old woman from South Carolina. Marjorie had always kept a tidy home and loved working in her flower beds. But over just a few weeks, she noticed she couldn't keep up anymore. Watering her roses felt like running a marathon. Making her bed left her breathless and shaky. When she told her doctor about this new level of tiredness, it led to tests that showed her heart wasn't delivering enough oxygen and nutrients to her body. Here's what's happening. When your heart starts to weaken, less oxygen-rich blood reaches your muscles and organs. The result is a kind of tiredness that sleep can't touch. And pushing through it usually makes things worse. This isn't about losing motivation or just getting older. This is your heart struggling to do its job, leaving your body starved for the fuel it needs. What makes this fatigue different is how it interrupts your daily life. Ordinary routines become overwhelming obstacles. Marjorie said it felt like her battery wouldn't recharge no matter how much she rested. Often, this exhaustion comes with other symptoms too. Shortness of breath, trouble concentrating, feeling dizzy when you stand up. If you notice a sudden drop in your energy, especially if it comes with other changes like swelling or breathlessness, don't wait. Tell your doctor. Early recognition means quicker treatment, better outcomes, and a real chance to keep doing the things you love. Your body is trying to tell you something important. Fatigue is its way of asking for help. If you're still with me and finding this valuable, drop a comment below. And if you haven't subscribed, now's a great time. Just click that button and turn on notifications. Now let's talk about the final sign. Sign 5, a cough that just won't quit. The last warning sign we need to talk about is one that surprises a lot of people. A persistent cough that won't go away, especially one that brings up white or pinkish mucus. Most folks brush off a lingering cough, figuring it's allergies or a cold. But here's what many people don't realize. When your heart starts to fail, fluid can back up into your lungs, and that causes a cough that won't quit. This isn't a seasonal annoyance. This is a subtle but serious clue that something's wrong with your heart. Let me tell you about Estelle, an 87-year-old woman from Oklahoma. Estelle had always been healthy, so when she started coughing every single day, she assumed it was just a stubborn cold. She tried cough drops, over-the-counter medicine, even changed her laundry detergent. Nothing worked. It wasn't until she noticed swelling in her ankles and started feeling short of breath that her doctor connected the dots.
Estelle's cough wasn't coming from her lungs alone. It was coming from her heart's inability to keep up. Doctors call this a cardiac cough. It's usually worse when you're lying down or after you've been active. The cough might sound dry, or it might bring up foamy mucus that's sometimes tinged pink, a sign that tiny blood vessels in your lungs are leaking fluid. You might also hear a crackling sound when you take a deep breath. Here's the thing. Ignoring this cough is a mistake. A persistent cough that sticks around for weeks, gets worse when you lie down, or comes with swelling and breathlessness needs a doctor's attention right away. When the cause is heart failure, treating the heart, not just the cough, is what brings relief and prevents more serious problems. So if you've got a cough that just won't leave you alone, especially if it's paired with any of the other signs we've talked about today, listen to your body. Don't brush it off as a minor irritation. Your heart and lungs are working together every second. And when one is struggling, the other feels it. Early intervention can be the difference between a quick fix and a serious health crisis. Remember, sometimes a cough is more than just a cough. It's a message from your heart saying, I need help. Pay attention, trust your instincts, and don't hesitate to ask questions at your next doctor's appointment. Your doctor depends on what you tell them. You are your own best advocate. Whether it's swelling, breathlessness, exhaustion, weight gain, or a nagging cough, none of these are just part of getting older. If they're new, unexplained, or getting worse, take them seriously. But don't let them scare you. Instead, let them inspire you to be proactive, to stay informed, and to partner with your healthcare team to take great care of your heart. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned and how you're planning to use it in your life. Your thoughts truly matter to us, and reading your comments gives us so much motivation and encouragement. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Your support helps us keep creating content that can genuinely inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care of yourself and take care of that heart.